Namaste. God tries to communicate with us through multiple signs. And one of the communication channel is when you are during amidst of prayers or amidst of your meditation. So oftentimes what we do is when we are in the middle of prayers and we get some kind of messages, we usually cut it out as thoughts, some random thoughts. My mind is wandering, I don't have focus, so let me again bring back my focus to the object of contemplation, which is my breath or my stotra or the mantra which I'm chanting, and I end up leaving out those messages as noise. But here I want you to bring a small distinction, which is just look at how that messages comes to you. Okay, so if there is a difference between intuition and how your mind just keeps wandering during your normal prayers. So random thoughts, yes, we have 50,000 thoughts in a day, so we usually get a lot of thoughts when you sit for prayers or when you sit for meditation. But when you're when there's a message from divine, there's a difference, there's a weightage to it. It feels little significant. It feels like, okay, there's an answer to certain questions I've been seeking for, or there's some clarity, there's some guidance, there is some assurance, there is some a sense of peace or clarity with which I perceive this message. Okay, I feel like, okay, there is something which is like an actionable item way forward. So these are all the signs that these are just not random thoughts, but actionable items God is asking you to do in order for you to move forward, um, um, or as an answer to what you are seeking. And oftentimes your random thoughts will always, the way your thoughts come, right? It can be self-sabotaging, it can be sometimes wandering everywhere. Oftentimes it's related with the task we do, or some things about rumination about what others have done to us, or what happened to our life, or some experiences, some situational triggers or emotionalities. This is how our random thoughts will move around. But the intuition messages, like how what God is trying to send us, will sometimes be filled with love. Not sometimes, every single time, filled with love, compassion, peace, clarity, if sense of being taken care, a sense of being nurtured, or like someone is there with me. There's kind of an assurance, a force behind me, kind of a feeling, or some actionable things which I might not also have thought through of doing it, but it's way away from what I wanted to do at this point of time. But randomly it comes, and it feels like there is a reasoning why that message is being given to us. Then also it is a sign of what it's a intuitive message. And another thing is, when these messages appear in our prayers and meditations, there is like, if you ignore once, it again comes, and next time it comes with little more weightage, like some more, like the petals opening, so that God don't want us to ignore those messages, so they repeatedly give these messages, and with uh, little more information, like an added bite, added bite, added bite, added bite. And most of the times, these divine intuitive messages some push us to do things away from our comfort zone. It can be like forgiving, it can be like they may ask us to forgive some people, or they may ask us to do certain things, like doing these videos on in YouTube on divine and energy and stuff like that. These are some things which I never thought I would do, unless until like a month or two ago. So this is like, for me, it was like a constant buzz in my ears, the do. And that's when I started doing these things. And 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 one thing you may want to know is that I'm just telling it from my experience, and from the clients I've seen, and whom I keep guiding them also. that don't 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 judge, judge yourself, or don't doubt yourself that why would God talk to why not? If he can talk to me, why not to you? There's nothing I've done extra that I deserve this privilege. So perhaps it's a sign. But yes, definitely calmness is needed. I've been an ardent meditator. I've been meditating since many years. Need to be a little selfless and pure at heart. These are some things which I attribute. Maybe this is why God has spoken, speaks with me or communicates with me. And I'm sure if you are watching this video, you might also have these attributes. Otherwise, why will I find you and how will you find me if there is no God's inclination that you are ready? So please take it as a sign that yes, maybe you're also ready to have this communication with Him. In case if you have seen this video at this point, so believe that you have an it in you that you will be able to communicate either. And journal. Even I do the same. Journal it. Whatever thoughts come to your head, whatever comes, please first make it a note. That's how you start. Once you know, make a note and you reflect after the end of your meditation or a prayer, you'll know that okay, these are some things which are like repeated. These are like it gives you like a sign, and that's how you follow up. And once you follow up, you're establishing and more and more strengthening that connection you have established with God. So henceforth, you keep continuing on that path. The more and more you do, the more and more you'll be able to hear to those messages with clarity. And once you start understanding those messages, the comprehension parts is totally full. Then you'll also start having other clears, which is about hearing those voices and seeing the visions and stuff like that. But it starts with one. Usually it's knowingness. So I'm hoping it would be the same for you also. So just keep doing it and somewhere you will land. But be open, be receptive, don't block. In the beginning, what happened for me also is when in the beginning, maybe 3, 4 years ago, when first time I had this awakening and Lord Shiva showed up to me. And he was like so huge and he was holding a trident and he was super tall, super source of energy, like brightening. It was in the dark and at night, and I felt like my room is all filled with light. That bright it was, and I got scared. Like, whoa, what is this? And I could hear to his voice, like, I'm Lord Shiva, and this voice is like total, like it's like that damurukam, like om kind of thing. It comes from belly, the sound, like fine timber. So that kind of solid, the one which reverberates in your head. Similar to Ma Chandi, these two voices, it's only I found them to be so reverberating and coming it from the deep pit voices, like so much of reverberations, and it feels like it comes with a lot of weightage. I don't know how to explain. So, and when that happened, I first said, no, I can't. I'm not any seer, I'm not any sage. How do I God communicate with me? No, it's not possible. And I just closed my eyes, opened my eyes. And then after that, God, he also he's very kind. He takes time for us to acclimate. So he says, and then I hear him saying, don't worry, don't get scared. I'm your father. Like, what is there to get scared? Come Kanna, come Nana type, very sweet and very cajoling. Slowly, I got acclimated with his energy, and then I started accepting, saying, yeah, okay. And that's when I now very well know when Lord Shiva communicates. So similarly, stop, don't, and it took a long gap, okay? That's what I so from the time he first I heard to I said I was scared. It took a lot of me again, keep on meditating, not specifically on Lord Shiva, but as part of my meditation, I just keep meditating. And on it, somewhere down the lane, 3, 4 months, I think down the lane again, I could hear that voice and then say, Talli, are you? Talli means ma, ma, mother. Talli in Telugu is mother, but it's also called to say in a very sweet way to your daughter. So, Talli, are you scared now? భయం తగ్గిందా అమ్మ? So that's when really శివుణ్ణి, that's how they start speaking. Uh, And I said, no, I'm not scared now. I'm not scared. Then slowly, it took another 3-4 months for me to again see that vision and stuff like that. So please don't restrict yourself. Don't get scared that if some awakening happens and God really comes, in source of in first they shows up in source energy, like light. That's what I mean to say. So that's what is my um, thing. And another thing which I really want to do is God never tells to harm somebody. It's always in the forms of forgiveness, love, compassion, peace, clarity, moving out of your comfort zone and stuff like that. So if some messages comes to you saying, do this, hit them, kill them, or beat them, or do this, do that. No, it's never. Even though you're asking for an answer, you're seeking for a question and an answer, and if you have any message that comes as something which is not aligned with your highest interest, or it's something like a not a good message, which is in terms of negative messages, definitely it's our thought but never God's message, or it's an intuitive message. So how that uh, you know journaling, that's a wonderful tool that will help you out also through this journey. So please keep a journal, and every message you keep getting while you're meditating or practicing, just take a pause and make a note and reflect on it after the end of the session. After that, take some actions according to the messages if you feel like taking, and move, see how it goes, and then slowly that channel gets established. So please write down your messages, if whatever I shared like this or in any other way, and after that how your life started getting into a better place, so that other people who watches this video can also get confidence that it's not just me or you, but there are many people who actually really God try to communicate, and we just have to get aligned with those communicative channels and meditation, mantra japa, or prayers, selfless service, or all these ways to get to there. All right. See you in another video.